right now I am off to my shop to go and get some work done on a new project that I went and picked up about 2 weeks ago up in Oak Harbor near Seattle. So I got some interior parts in the back seat, as you can see a few of them. So I'm gonna go over there, get that swapped over, and then I'm gonna showcase everything that I got with the car and my plans with this next project. All right, I just pulled up, and man, she looks good out in the sun. It's gonna take a little bit to get her up and going, but the car came with most of the parts that I'll need to get her up and going, so here she is. So this is a 1992 Galant VR4. It's in Kingston Gray, which is the rarest color that they made for this car, and they only had them in the year 1992. It's got the whole JDM front end. It makes the car look a lot better with the EvoSpec 2 hood, the front bumper, the AMG corner lights, the Eterna JDM front grille. But I went and picked her up with some buddies for basically free. The previous owner just wanted out of the game of the DSM world, so it was right place, right time. So this car would not be possible if it wasn't for my friend who already owns one of these cars, so shout out to Eli. But yeah, this is going to be a fun little project. As you can see, it has no dash in it. All the HVAC vents have been taken out, but I have those in a box. The interior is in pretty rough shape, so it's gonna take a little work to get that up and going. But let me pop the hood here. It's got a 4G63 with the 5-speed manual. This came stock in these cars, so this is gonna be a fun little project. She definitely needs some work, but previous owner said the motor should be good. It wasn't smoking or anything, and this car has been around in the Galant VR4 scene for quite a while. So there's some, I'll throw up a picture right now. This car used to look so damn good back in the day. So it's definitely got some work to get back up to what it used to look like. So over the next, I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I'm not even gonna give a date, but it's gonna take a little bit to get it up and going. All my projects take longer than expected, so I'd rather just not give a date. But let me go and show you guys all of the parts that I got. So previous owner included all of these parts. So in here we got an extra engine harness, and then these are the dash vents, some extra hubs, and some other stuff, another fuel rail. That's for the turbo. Some interior plastics and some other random stuff that I'll need. Some more interior plastics, and there's a set of 93 headlights in here. And there's a set of JDM fog lights in here as well. And these are really hard to get, so I'm glad that he was able to get those for me and source all these parts. But I'm gonna get those 93 headlights put on because they look a lot better than what's on it right now. Magnus intake, I might not be using this. I might be using a stock one because my buddy's VR4, he has a forged motor. And, you know, he needs all this parts. This motor's gonna be stock, so I don't really need the fancy parts. I'd rather him have those. And same with this turbo. I believe this is a 3063 or 3065, something like that. There's an FP exhaust housing. the brand new FP manifold. So I think we're just gonna swap, me and my buddy are just gonna swap turbo setups because I don't need a turbo that big for stock power. And then here's the dash. It's basically mint condition. There's maybe a little bit of lifting in the back where they usually lift, but it's not bad. And as you can see, mine is number 362 out of 1,000. So yeah, those are all of the parts that I'm gonna have to eventually put back on. Oh yeah, let me go back. This is a brand new fluid damper. These are like 400 bucks new. The guy bought it, never put it on. So I'll probably be using that. O2 sensor, and then a bunch of other shit. I never even really looked through all of this stuff. Let's see. What is this? Oh, oil pressure. AFR wideband. Oh yeah, I got everything to get this thing nice and going. Now somewhere here they are. So he mounted these gauge pods in where the factory HVAC system goes, but I don't know if I'm going to keep them there because I would really like to have HVAC because I'm going to try and make this car as dailyable as possible. So I'm going to have to figure that out because he like glued them onto the back, so that might be a pain. So, but I think I can source another one of these dash pieces, so I can just leave that how it is for now. So today I'm going to be swapping all 4 of the door cards. This one has a nick here. And they're not horrible, they feel like they're dry rotting. So, and the door cards that I have to swap out are in a lot better shape because this one's got a nasty little rip there. And they just feel, it's just a very odd feeling that this material is doing to my fingers. It's like it's almost sticking. It's like Velcro, it feels like, which is not, I don't think it's supposed to be like that because my other door cards aren't like that. But there's also some cracking going on here at the bottom. That'll eventually spread, so. And I also got another rear bottom seat because this one has some, there's some parts stored back here for a long time, and these seats like to deform when heavy objects are put on them. So I have a seat that's in marginally better condition than this. There's like a few little spots, but not as many as this seat. So these are the door cards I'm going to be swapping to. So this is the driver's. I meant basically. This one is basically perfect as well. This is the worst out of the 4 with just some like indentation. It's not a rip or anything. It's just like something heavy got sat here and it deformed the vinyl. And then this one, which is also basically mint. So these are a lot better than the other door cards. So, and then I have this rear seat that has, you know, a few dents. There's one right here. There's not really any on this side that I can see. There's a few little small ones in the middle, and then that's the biggest one right there. But in better shape than the other ones. So right now I'm gonna go take those door cards off, and then we're gonna get these ones installed. finished taking those off. So, getting ready to put these ones on. But first, this grill here it's got a dent right here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's dented up. So I'm gonna swap over, I think it's this one, that grill, onto that door real quick. All right, got her all done. That speaker grill, I wasn't able to take her off without basically destroying it. So, because the way that they're molded to the speaker system is the edges of these metals, they heat it up and then they push it in and it melts the plastic, and that's what keeps them held together. So they're like permanently sealed together. And if I was to rip them off, it would break something. But got all the door cards on. They look pretty damn good to me. So that's what I'll be rocking with until this vehicle dies, basically. So now I just need to take this rear seat out and put that seat in. But these seats are the easiest thing in the world to take out. I could probably take it out right here. Got this side loose. And just like that, she's out. All right, and the rear seat is in about 30 seconds later. So this is about all I'm gonna do today on this car. I got many other things I gotta do. I gotta figure out this whole bullshit going on with the dash. I should have every piece for the dash, but there's so many plastic pieces, he very well could have forgotten a piece or two. But I have a parts car, or my buddy has a parts car. So if there's something missing, I'll have, hopefully, the piece that I'll need to get her up and fixed. But damn, I'm gonna be excited to get this thing running. But first, I gotta focus on my Firebird. So I had a bunch of rent. I moved and had to buy out of my lease, and I got behind on some bills. So I haven't really been focused on this that much, but I am, once my paycheck comes in, I'm gonna be ordering the long tubes. I'll get that oil pressure sensor, and I will be hopefully throwing this in by the end of this month. So very excited for that. Hopefully gonna have this thing running in the next, let's just say the next month, because I don't know if I'm missing any other parts. So, but once that Firebird's done, that's when I'm going to pull this into the shop, and I'm going to make a list of everything I need to do, order some parts, and then I'm going to slowly get picking away at this thing to get her back up and running.